what companies are hiring and in what sectors. Now, of course, this is going to vary, but this is one resource that I wanted to share with you. And the story that you're going to see throughout this, and might sound a little frustrating, but it's true, is that something to keep in mind is the big players in every industry are pretty much going to be the winners in the end. So it's something to think about, even if you've always thought, you know, I don't want to work for a big giant company. There might be good reason to consider that now, because a lot of them are going to be the ones that survive and come out of this. Of course, there's going to be a lot of smaller and mid-sized entities that either are startups or do survive and do really well out of this, especially if they're treating their customers really well now. But it's only time will tell. So you might think about shifting your focus if size was always one of your big, you know, orientations in terms of the search. So again, we'll send this link to you, as she said, but what can you tell from this? This is a user generated, so it's only accurate by who submits the data, chart. And this person at candor.co is also looking at companies. So when you go to this website here, you can actually see what companies are employing, hiring freezes, layoffs, and furloughs. And you can see, I mean, with the green, obviously the green bar is where hiring is happening, but you can also see percentages here of freezes and layoffs. So it is very telling. So if you wanted to look up a company you're interested in, you could go there and see if it's listed, or you can look at this more general chart with the industries. And where I'll bring your attention to is the green arrows, which show the industries where there is hiring happening. Of course, in some there are less, right? Travel and transportation is obviously going to be small, hospitality, small. But there are others that are doing very well. And this is consistent with a lot of the things Danielle and I are seeing, both among our clients and in our research that we've been doing the past few weeks. And that is companies in fields of tech, healthcare, financial services, consumer goods, consulting, and media and entertainment are doing pretty well. And there's a couple others we'll also talk about too, like government, where we're seeing good trends. So the news isn't all bad. And we're going to talk now a little bit more about some of the actual, more specifically about the sectors and some companies that are actually hiring. So let's get to the next slide. And then we'll go over to Danielle. Oops. Danielle, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just get started, and I don't know, I'll just get started. And just to, like, someone asked me about the top bar on the last graph, it was just number of industries that are reporting, and it's being updated constantly. It's a very interesting website to take a look at, because it's every day people are reporting in what's going on at that company. This is also a crowd gathered graphic. It shows industries where the workers are feeling secure. It's around security. It's from LinkedIn's Workforce Confidence Index. They're crowdsourcing from 675 million users to see how people are feeling with their jobs, the industry and market. It confirms what we saw in the previous chart, but also adds a few additional, presumably strong industries. That includes education, manufacturing, legal, and government. Okay, so you'll see there's a lower confidence in the nonprofit sector and higher confidence in the legal industry. And I'm going to quickly just cover those two industries. We could spend a lot of time on any of these, but in the nonprofit sector, which I pay a lot of attention to, there are a lot of hiring freezes, but this is not true across the board. Idealist, which I'm sure a lot of you know, has had 2,000 jobs posted just in the past week. And in the DC area, over 350 positions were posted. So Idealist is, obviously the place where nonprofits go, and those were 350 full-time positions, just so you know. So we know that a lot of places are, you know, hiring freezes, and there's not going to be, even if there's a job notice, even if there's a job that is on their website, they've just frozen. And so you just want to know that. But there's many positions that I think were probably supported by foundations, and they have to get it supported. So I would not turn away from the sector, but that's where maybe an additional sector could give you more chances. And the legal sector is also going through a contraction with layoffs and freezes. But like the nonprofit sector, there will be positions, just fewer of them and more competition. So we don't want you to be turning away from an industry. We just want you to notice the trends.